I've decided to change Snaggletrip. Death to Snaggletrip.
Yeah.
Snaggletrip is no more. This feature is now called Escapement from the Basement. Very proud of it.
All right. So different title, but same content.
Yes.
This week we have a great one with Dave Alima, the owner of the Charmery. This is Baltimore's coolest ice cream shop. No pun intended. He gives us the scoop. More puns.
Yeah.
See what he did there?
More pun.
On the shop's core concept, achieving happiness through ice cream, and how he came up with luscious flavors like Telltale Chocolate and Old Bay Caramel.
Yum.
So here we go. Escapement from the Basement.
We are at the Charmery with Dave Alima, the owner. And Dave, let's start off with how long have you been in this splendid location?
So this is our ice cream factory. This is where we make all the ice cream, and we have a retail front too.
Okay.
This I think has been, I want to say 4 years.
Okay.
5 years. And we just celebrated our 10th anniversary of the Charmery a couple of weekends ago. So
I saw that. It looked like it looked like it went over really well.
oh, it's so fun.
I love the 2 turntables and an ice cream cone.
Uh-huh,
What was that? What was that?
That's our all ages dance party. Sometimes we do it in this space as well.
Okay.
Do you
great.
DJ?
No, we get real professional DJs.
Oh, cool.
I would just have a Spotify playlist. But no, we get like actual DJs, and they do like visuals. It's awesome.
That is great. Yeah.
So, what inspired you to get into the ice cream business?
Yeah.
Sure. So, 10 years. I mean, our whole lives. I feel like I guess the real answer is I met my wife Laura, and we met each other like between my freshman and sophomore year of college, and she always dreamed of opening something. It was a peanut butter factory when she was younger, and went to school for hotel restaurant management, and I started making ice cream in college and just a little Cuisinart, and we just fell in love with the art of ice cream and what it does to a community, how it brings people together. So yeah.
What about who came up with the name The Charmery?
That's a debate we have. I clearly remember it being me, and she very distinctly remembers it being her. So I'll just say it was her.
Mm.
Or it was a group effort?
That's a
Group
wise.
effort, I like that.
That's a wise man right there. Yeah.
So I noticed your tagline was happiness through ice cream. So how can we achieve that nirvana?
It is sort of this, like, I think of it as a Zen moment, and like that's kind of what ice cream is all about, is like, especially a flavor. Well, you know what, some people, like, I always say, like, I got mad love for my vanilla people, the people who come in and are just like, I'm sorry, I just like vanilla. I'm like, you never be sorry about liking vanilla. Like I don't know what it is, but like we were doing a film shoot today, and I was holding this cone. I was like, I'm just gonna give it a shot, and I tried it, and I was just like entered that happiness through ice cream spot. I was like, this flavor is so good. Ice cream is just so delightful and delicious, and there's all these people around you, and if the music is good and the energy is good, you wait in line for 20 minutes, and then you're tasting different flavors. Just like, it makes you happy.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So I noticed it said you had 7 always flavors.
Yes.
So is that the generic?
Well, never generic.
Nothing
Please,
generic.
come on now. No, but those are, like, I like to describe them as like our take on traditional ice cream flavors. So while we get to like experiment and have fun, I still want to have the best pure vanilla. We do a dark chocolate that we call Telltale Chocolate, our take on mint chip, on chocolate chip. So I want people to be able to come here and not be like, oh, that's the place with all those weird ice creams. Yes, but also, whatever your delight is, I want to have it for you.
Your website says that you traveled around the world for R&D. Like, talk about that. Like, what is that? Where did you go, and what did you learn?
When I started making ice cream, then whenever we would go somewhere, we would seek out the best ice cream shops. Laura and I, instead of doing a honeymoon, we did like a pre-wedding trip to Southeast Asia,
Oh wow.
and I remember hitting that happiness ice cream moment. There was like a popsicle, an ice cream popsicle in Vietnam that was that was sticky rice.
Okay.
I was just like, I never knew ice cream could be this. So it was this kind of slow building, and like I would see that like the gathering of the community that happens, like ice cream shop. You want to go to a community and get a good feel for it. It's like go to like a dive bar and an ice cream shop. That's when you'll like actually see the people who are around.
Yeah, we did a show on strange snacks from around the world. I think it was Vietnam. They had the blood rice cake on a stick,
Yeah,
where it was
really
like
good.
some kind of blood on the rice, and then
I'll
it's
stick with it.
basically a bloody Rice Krispie treat.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
it sounds
so-
like a good ice cream.
I've loved your local flavors, like of course, I guess Telltale is Edgar
Mhm.
Allan Poe
Right.
flavor,
Right.
and Maryland Mud and the Caramel Old Bay sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever come to you with a request or a section or like
Ideas.
an
yeah.
idea that turned into a flavor?
You know, all the time, but more so like so a large part of what we do is collaborations. So we drop a new flavor every single week. And part of because of that, what's great is like we can do these collaborations we've done them with musicians, with chefs, photographers, poets, anyone who is a creative. We're able to like create an ice cream together, and there's a nonprofit component to that. They pick the nonprofit, and a portion of the flavor gets donated to the nonprofit of their choice. So through that, we've been able to create some ice creams, and I'll just say like based upon what you eat on the road or like what you remember as a kid growing up, like we create ice creams together. If they want local products, absolutely. We've had local bakers and stuff come work with us, so absolutely.
Who are some of the local farmers that you work with? I saw that you deal with local farmers.
Yeah, well, the biggest is South Mountain. They're one of our dairy suppliers.
Okay.
But anytime, like, it's not even like I'll go to the farmer's market and I'll be like, I need to make sure I bring some cash with me because I like to buy stuff for ice cream there. So whatever I see that looks good and is local, absolutely buy local mint. Local for our mint, some of our mint flavors use backyard mint, fruits and peaches and strawberries sometimes, whatever we can get our hands on.
Yeah. Well, we're being a music show. I caught the peaches and regalia right away, and we went to PMA, the Bad Brains.
Yeah.
So which one of you is the music?
Well,
Wow.
so our theme for the 10th anniversary was like musical legends of the DMV. Before making ice cream, one of my jobs was I did tour management and marketing for a reggae record label out in California.
Well,
So
What a perfect guest for the show. Really, this couldn't be better. Yeah.
let's go. So music is I was never talented in making music, but music is so important to me. So I always felt like I wanted to be able to support the people making music, the people doing art,
That's great.
photographers, all these beautiful creatives in the world that I get to like now through ice cream help promote. And it used to be through tour management, which is a terrible, horrible, thankless job.
Yeah, I can tell you're a lot more happy about
I'm
this
so
than
happy.
you were. Yeah.
Tour management was very hard, but I was happy to do it.
Yeah.
what's on your repeat list on Spotify right now?
Well, I listen to a lot of reggae music. I've been listening to a lot of Turnstile. I've been listening to. I have this thing this year, where the thing I missed most over COVID was going to see live music, and as a father with 2 kids, like it's been hard to get to see music. So I like sat my wife down and I was like, I want to see 30 shows this year.
Oh, wow.
I was like, that's my goal. Not 30 they don't all have to be like going to Merriweather, some are like local,
Yeah, yeah.
So very proud to say I'm at 36 right now.
Oh, look
So,
at you. That's great. That's great.
seeing music is always a huge part of like what brings me joy in life. So
Yeah, it's great. The music, just the live scene came roaring back after COVID. It's great. We were worried that it was never going to come back. But
it's amazing.
it's stronger than ever. It really is great. Everybody's going out. You know,
The
it's
band
great.
that I kind of worked with the most in California is a band called Groundation, and I was I just thinking about them and overcooked, like how are they gonna survive?
Right.
Like, tours they would get tours and then the tours would be canceled, and then like they would have to do a show and no one could be around each other, and they're it's just like what kind of music is that? Like, music is about joyfully being with other people. So
it was crazy. I remember during COVID reading, like in the later days of it, big name bands that that people have heard of, that we've used up all our unemployment money. It was just like, wow.
Some of them were
what's
smart
gonna
and
happen?
Went
to streaming.
Yeah.
At least you could, request tips or help them out.
Yeah, I went to a couple of the drive-in shows that they had, like, basically you would be in your car and the space next to your car. It was kind of glorious. I kind of miss those.
So I was admiring you guys have a great merch line, not unlike a rock band.
Yeah.
I think some of my favorites were the sprinkle turntable. Again, back to music, right?
Yeah.
Our
Cushion.
turntable mat. Yeah.
And then the air freshener that smells, makes your car smell like ice cream. That's a smell like code.
It's like a waffle cone scented. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a bestseller on the merch, or is it all pretty much? I think it's a great idea.
We've kind of like slacked a little on merch. When we first started, I was like, our designer was one of my really, really good friends, and like I would be like, could you just make me this? And he'd be like, yes, and he would like take it from my head and make it even better. Now we sell a lot of stickers and pins and keychains, but I want to bring shirts back. Shirts are hard because of the sizing and everything.
Yeah.
But I want to bring back limited shirts. We do some hats too, and we just try to keep things weird and fresh with some different stuff.
I like the onesies too for the
Yeah,
babies.
yeah,
Oh my God.
The baby
Cute idea.
onesie.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I really was thinking about all the extra things you do as well, as far as like the retail. You also do parties. You will bring ice cream socials to people.
Yeah, for sure. It's we do like a little catering setup. We don't have like an ice cream truck we scoop out of, but we like have these cold crocks and boxes that keep everything cold. And we do scoops for that. We do ice cream sandwiches. Come to your town, wherever you are. Let's go. Let's set up an ice cream party, ice cream social for the office.
Do you have a typical demographic, or is it all ages?
That's the thing about ice cream is it's like, when I say it brings a community together, it's like, so I'll look at our shop sometimes. I'll just be so happy. It's like all these people from all different neighborhoods and sides of Baltimore and Maryland and DC area now, and it's just like behind the cabinet and then working with us, and then also like coming to visit. It's like a beautiful thing. That's what's great about it.
And you also have vegan flavors, right?
Absolutely. We have 2 vegan flavors at all times. We do one rotating sorbet and one rotating like coconut milk based.
2 out of my 3 are vegan.
Yep.
My kids, so I don't know how we got hippies, but I did.
It's good. Whatever, as long we can make everyone happy here. That's what's great.
Yeah. You're probably a little younger than me, but have you been in Baltimore your whole life?
I started and I've so far ended.
Okay, yeah.
In the middle, I explored.
When we were kids, there was a place called Farrell's. I don't know if you ever. It was. They couldn't have it today. They basically put a trough, like a pig's trough, in front of us, and filled it with ice cream, and we all just fed.
And they put like sparklers
That's awesome.
in it.
And somebody came by beating a drum. Remember that?
Yeah.
Like, there was a guy beating a drum. It's very patchy because of the sugar seizure that I had.
One of my early memories of ice cream is my father won in an auction an all-you-can-eat ice cream. It was from a place called Dave and Daryl's, which was in the what was it? It's like what's that strip mall off the Think Pink? It was like this pink strip mall. I don't think it's pink anymore. It had like Ross in it, and it was this like diner that had this great ice cream program. And I remember just going there and being like, what? And I could eat like a scoop and a half maybe, but it was just the dream of it.
Yeah,
all.
the idea that
It was amazing.
it's all I want. Yeah.
I remember seeing at Bacara's downtown that they have an all-you-can-eat dessert night for like $12.99, and I feel like saying, how many?
I make cannoli, and I love cannolis. Becara's has the best cannolis, but I think I could do like 2. And at that point, I think I'd be better off just buying 2.
Right.
But it's the joy of like knowing if I want a cookie too, if I want that cookie.
I'd be like, "Hun, stick these in your purse. Come on, yeah.
I don't know.
We gotta get our money's worth out of it."
with like a Ziploc bag. Just,
Exactly right.
oh, these cannolis are great.
We came prepared. So this has been great. Yeah. So
Really
we'll
awesome.
take some pictures of this
Cool.
cool
Please do.
environment that
Got
we're in
all
here.
kinds of neat, iconic guys. And
Yeah, definitely.
Action
What's
figures.
the vehicle? What is?
That vehicle, we always dreamed that it could deliver ice cream, and then it never made it up hills.
Okay.
I still think that one day we could turn it into something with like an electric motor,
Okay.
but for now it's just like for kids to kind of climb on.
Did you just see it and buy it?
Uh-huh.
You thought you could go? Okay, gotcha.
And then I put some money into like decking it out a little bit, and then I forgot to see if it could go up hills. This was 10 years ago. And since then, how much joy has it brought people just sitting
That's
here?
great.
It's fine. I've made up for it.
You have the most unique delivery map. Everything's low level. Can't do hills. No, we can't deliver to you, sir. You're on an incline.
I need your topography map before I can agree to deliver.
This is the Snaggletooth Rock and Roll Podcast.